Right, how's it going? Come to the park to walk the little pooch, as you can see in the background there. There he is. And whatever he's doing. You might be thinking it looks slightly different, and you're right, because today I'm vlogging using my phone. And that's because Moman have sent me a couple of products to review. One of them being this Zhiyun Smooth X phone gimbal. And I'm using it right now, and I will show you it in a bit. Just thought I'd show you a couple of examples first, because it's really impressive actually. So if you're somebody that likes vlogging or making videos with your phone, it's a really handy tool. So let me show you what it'd be like if I was just using my phone to film. Hang on. So this is what it'd be like if I was recording purely with the phone. And as you can see, because we're walking along, it's quite shaky. It's very shaky actually. So the gimbal certainly eliminates that shakiness. I mean, there's no way I could use this, because you'd all be throwing up if I showed you the full video like this. And this is what it's like with the gimbal. Now, obviously, as you can tell, it's a lot smoother already. But as you might have noticed, it's quite close. That's because I'm just holding it by the handle at the minute, but it's got this awesome little selfie stick mode feature on it. So if I extend it like this, and you'll see it in a bit when I show you, I can hold it like that and get more of the view and myself in. And that's handy because most people when they're vlogging like to use wide angle lenses so they can get more of the surroundings in, and it's just a bit more inviting for the people watching. So great feature this. Look at that. So before I show you the actual gimbal itself so you can have a look at it, I'm just going to do a few comparisons and some side-by-sides so that you can see how smooth this gimbal is. So there's a few controls on the handle, and you can switch from horizontal mode to portrait mode really quick. You just double tap the mode button, and then you can switch between portrait and landscape. It's nice and simple. So that's great for stuff like Instagram stories and things like that. But also you can zoom. There's a little zoom control as well. Look at that. Do you like my face? Right, so before I show you more about the Zhiyun Smooth X, I need to announce the winner of the Film Convert Nitrate plugin. If you've not seen that video, then I'll leave a link up here, whichever side it is. So I've put all of the names of the people that entered into this random generator, and let's find out who the lucky winner is. Let's go. The winner is Dev009. Maybe he's a English spy. 007's mate. So congratulations, Dev009. I'll send you a message and get in touch, and we'll send you your free license of the Nitrate plugin. So well done, and thanks for taking part. Right, so I'd just like to say a big thank you to Moman, who have sent me the Smooth Q today. They've also sent me a couple of other bits, including this Moman light that I've not tried yet, but I'll whip it out in a bit, and also this tripod stand, mini tripod stand, which is really, really good actually, because the little, can you see that? The little 1/4" thread has got an adapter around it, but instead of taking it off and losing it like I always do, it's got a spring on it. You can just put whatever you need on there. In fact, this goes on it. So whatever thread you need, this has got both on it, and you don't lose it, because look, this can go on there, and the spring-loaded thread just gets pushed into the column there. There we go, so we can put the Smooth Q on the tripod or whatever you need. Great, love that. But also, it's got this other feature on it where if you twist this red bit, the legs go all the way to the bottom, so you can get even lower if you need to. Look at that. Just want to point out this bench that I've chosen, by the way. Lovely oak smoked bench. Nice and scenic, isn't it? Shall I open this and have a look? It's the Moman ML3D LED video light. Velvet pouch. Ooh, it's smaller than I thought it was going to be. I'm quite impressed actually. Oh my God, that's a strong smell. Oh, it is, it's on. There we go. It's pre-charged, so we can have a quick look. This is really cool because it's a lot smaller than I thought, and it's also got a 1/4 inch thread on the bottom so that you can mount it to a tripod stand or something like that. Really small. This is the smallest pocket LED light I've ever seen, and comes with diffusion, a little diffuser as well. Look at that. That's cool. So thanks again, Moman, for that. Right, so let's talk about the Zhiyun Smooth X. Look how small it is. When it arrived, I didn't realise that it was going to be this compact, so that's really handy. What I've been doing is just putting it in this little side pocket here, and it takes up barely any room there in my bag. So, or it can even go in your inside pocket of your jacket. No one would know it was there. So when you're ready to vlog, whip it out and pop your phone in. Literally everyone's walking. Should we do the rest of it at home? Right, what I'm going to do is take this and do the rest of the review at home because there's so many people and it's distracting and all the dogs are barking. So let's pick this up at home. Right, that's better. Yeah, so as I was trying to film that little bit outside on the bench then, it was like on a walkway path bit, and there were just loads of people walking past all the time, so it was very distracting. And some chavs up there as well, smoking all sorts of stuff that smelled funny. So it's just a little bit easier to show you in the comfort of my own room. Do you like my new background, by the way? I got a shelf from IKEA. What do you think? And on that shelf is the Zhiyun Smooth X. So let's have a look. It's the perfect vlogging tool really to step up the quality of your videos because it's so small, you can fit it in your pocket or a little pouch in your bag. So it's not like you're taking loads of extra equipment with you to get a smooth shot. So great design that it folds away like this. Let me show you. So you spin this handle column round like that, and then you just pull it across a little bit, and then you pull this bit round, and that's it there, that's your handle. Grab your phone. I'm going to take it out of the case. It does fit with the case. I've got the iPhone XS, but it also works with the bigger Plus versions as well. It shows you which way to mount the camera so that the lens is on the right way, and you just pop your phone in like so. Make sure it's out of the way of all the buttons, and then switch it on. Let go. And it self-levels. So that is a cracking feature. A gimbal for your phone that you don't have to balance to start with. Let me just get these notifications off my phone. What? So there we are. Look at that. Super quick and simple to get started straight away. So if you don't want to be messing around balancing it, ideal. Love that feature. Love the fact that you can just chuck your phone in, press the on button, and then it spins into position. Okay, as I showed you earlier as well, the selfie stick mode. This is really good feature. Watch this. You just grab that bit and pull. So there we are now. Look, in fact, let's go to 15. Look at that. And you can also angle this little bit here, so you can hold it out like this. Away, above, bold spot cam. Or you can have it straight up like that, so you can hold it just like a normal selfie stick. Amazing. I love the selfie stick function. I think it's an incredible design, and the gimbal still works just as well whilst you've got that extended. So I'm totally amazed by that. It's great. So we've got a few buttons on the handle grip. We've got mode button, record button, and then we've got a joystick and then zoom as well. All really handy features. I love the fact that it's got a record button right there on the grip, so you can just press record, because there's nothing worse than holding the gimbal and then having to tap record on the screen. So I love that feature, and it works when you're capturing stuff on the fly and you need to be really quick. You can just press that button there and you're rolling, you're recording. It's a great feature. So it's worth pointing out that this is a 2-axis gimbal, which means that we only have the pan and the roll. So it goes that way, but we don't have the tilt axis. Having a 3-axis gimbal would have been a lot better but you still get great results like that. It just means you've got to be steady on that axis. You probably can see that in the example that I showed of when I was walking. That's the only part that makes it not super smooth, but other than that, really good. Still great results from 2-axis gimbal, but 3 would have been spot on. If we press the mode button once, we go into lock mode. So I'm moving the gimbal around right now, but the phone is staying in the exact same place, so nothing's moving. If we press that again, it'll go back to normal mode where we can use the pan feature as well. If we press the mode button twice, look what happens. As I showed you earlier, it goes into portrait mode. That is really cool. No need for rebalancing at all. Still works perfectly fine. All the motors are fine, super quiet. So this is ideal for Instagram stories. I'll tell you, I will be using it for Instagram stories because my Instagram stories are super close because I'm holding it with my hand. But with this, I'll just be able to get that little bit of extra range using the selfie stick and get a little bit of more of me in, because all that you get at the minute is my nose because it's that close. So there we go, back to horizontal mode. So if you use the joystick to spin the gimbal around, for example, like this, or rotate the phone like that, if you want to get it back to the central position, you press the mode button 3 times. And it brings it back to the center position. And then, what is it? There's another one. You press the mode button 4 times, something else happens. Oh yeah, if you press it 4 times, you can use the roll axis as well, like that. So not only does it pan follow, but you can also get the roll. So if you can get some really creative shots like that then. I'm impressed with how small this thing is. Look at that, super lightweight as well. So you don't even know you're holding it. I feel as well, if you like vlogging or filming videos with your phone and you're using your hand like this, it's a little bit awkward and you've got this up like that and it can be very shaky, obviously, as you know, that's why we're talking about this gimbal. But it's just not the most natural way of holding something, whereas with this, it's a lot more comfortable. Sorry, my mum's text me. So it comes with its own app. It's called ZY Cami. It's got its own camera function within the app, which is really good because it's got an auto mode and a manual mode. And I really like that feature because if you're a videographer or a photographer, then you like to shoot in manual. And it's just good to have that extra control over the settings. I will point out though, you haven't got full control over a manual mode, but having a little bit of control, such as the ISO and the shutter speed, that is really good. You can also change your resolution and your frame rate as well. So it's got all these different options here. I really like that. Press record to start recording, and as you'll see, it's recording. But that doesn't just work with the app. It also works with your regular phone camera as well. And also I've tried it with the Moment app and it works just fine. So if you've got a dedicated app that you like to use for your filming on your phone, you can still use that with this gimbal. You don't have to have the app running for the gimbal to work. I like it. There's also a bunch of, what do you call it? Face enhancing features, I guess. So if you click on that face enhance button, we can go on auto. Oh, look at that. Look at me. So it's giving me a pointy chin. Let's turn that on off. Go on slim. Click slim and you can change how slim you want to be. So that's normal and that's super slim. Now, personally, I don't want to look any slimmer on camera. Look at that. And if I zoom, super slim. And you can smooth out your face. So take some of those crow's feet off. Lovely, look at that. Look at that, super smooth. Enlarge the eyes. So I think this is definitely something for like a beauty vlogger or somebody like that. Great little feature who just wants to enhance their features a little bit. I wouldn't use it. Yes, I need it, but I'm not going to start lying to everybody. There's no hiding this. Then you can turn that off. Not a feature that I would use, but it's there if you want it. Or I know people like the filters these days, don't they? So there's also some other features within the app as well. I'm not going to go too in depth with those because I I don't really use them. If I was going to use this, it would literally just be for steadying the camera. And I'm sure there's loads of reviews out there that go a bit more in depth with those features and the app, but this is how I would prefer to use it. I'm super impressed. Whoa! I'm super impressed with the size and the weight and the functionality of the Smooth X. $59.99 it is in English pounds. And if you do a lot of filming with your phone, especially vlogging, then definitely consider this. For the price, it's absolutely ideal. Thanks again, Moment, for sending me all of this cool stuff. Look, I'm using the light here, and I love that little rubber diffuser. It's in diffuser. Just gonna put it back on the shelf there. So when you've done, press and hold the standby button, and then it comes to a nice steady stop. It's really well designed. I think I showed you earlier, but it's got a 1/4" thread on the bottom, so if you want to mount it to a tripod or a light stand or something, or mini tripod, whatever you like, put a little base on it. Here we go, look. I'm using the little desk tripod that Moment sent me as well. You can use the gesture controls in the app to control the gimbal as well, and you can make it follow you. I haven't used that function because, as I say, it's not something I've needed to use. Let's do it now, shall we? Gesture control, here we go. All right, so you hold your hand up and it starts recording. To be honest, I'd rather just press the record button. Follow and shoot. Once photo video is triggered by a gesture, the gimbal will follow the subject automatically. Here we go. Whoa! Oh, I've gone. Sorry. Look at that. There we are. I don't know how that locks on, but it does. That's pretty good actually. So then you don't have to worry if you're vlogging like this. I'm trying to get all this in. Here we go. So if you're vlogging like this, where am I? Here I am. See what I mean? Sometimes these things aren't worth the hassle. I'm not being funny because I'm sure it's great, and if I was paying more attention, it probably would have stayed locked on to me a little bit more. But if I'm just going to be using this for vlogging, it's easy for me just to point it in my face and it won't lose me. But if you're doing something like skateboarding and you're setting the camera up and you just want to leave it there where it is and you want it to follow you, then it might be a feature that you need to use it for. So it might be worth just looking into that a little bit more if that's how you want to use this. But there's a little glimpse of it anyway. App's got a bunch of other features on it: panorama, photo, video, slow motion, time lapse, hyperlapse, which is awesome, and also live stream. Who knew? If you click this button here, you can turn on grid, so you can get your rule of thirds grid there if you want to. It's on there now, look. Quickly, before I go, in my last video about the Tide ND filter, I'll leave a link up here, I mentioned how to measure which size filter you need for your lens. You gotta look out for that little symbol on the front of your lens. And actually, I was talking to my dad about it. That symbol is actually an engineering symbol or a mathematical symbol for diameter, because it's the circle and the line through it is symbolizing the diameter. How cool is that? I knew Pops would know something like that. But yeah, a little bit of info for you. Thanks, man. So thanks again, Moment, for sending me all this good stuff. I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure. I will be using this again because it's a really useful tool for vlogging on the go when I don't want to take my big camera. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think to the Zhiyun Smooth X? Would you use one? If you did phone videography, or if you do, would you use one? I'd like to know. So, thanks for watching again. See you in the next one. See you. Have a good week.